Welcome the rare gems. If you're a Sigma female, you've probably noticed something strange. Fake people seem to have a problem with you, for no clear reason. You've done nothing to provoke them, yet their jealousy, passive aggressiveness, or outright hostility bubbles to the surface. Why? Because you represent everything they're not, real, grounded, and unapologetically yourself. Fake people thrive on shallow connections, manipulation, and approval from others, but Sigma females operate on a completely different level. You don't chase attention, play social games, or conform to societal expectations. You value depth, independence, and authenticity, qualities that shine a harsh light on the superficial nature of fake people. And let's be real, they can't stand that. The truth is, Sigma females challenge the status quo without even trying. You live life on your terms, unbothered by trends or external validation. That kind of freedom intimidates fake people because it reminds them of their own insecurities and lack of self-awareness. If you've ever questioned why you face such resistance, know this. It's not your flaw, it's your power. Stay true to who you are and let your light continue to expose the falsehoods around you. Watch this video to learn more about why fake people hate Sigma females and how to handle it like the badass you are. Number 1. They reflect what fake people fear the most. Sigma females don't just exist. They embody everything fake people secretly wish they could be. They are authentic, confident, and purpose-driven, navigating life on their terms without needing external validation. Fake people, on the other hand, live behind carefully constructed masks, compensating for their insecurities with shallow performances and attention-seeking tactics. And that's exactly why they can't stand Sigma females. The Sigma female is a living, breathing mirror reflecting everything fake people fear about themselves. Her authenticity shines a light on their lack of it. Her discipline and self-mastery make their inability to grow or evolve painfully obvious. While they waste time building false personas, she's building a meaningful life. Being around a Sigma female is like having their deepest insecurities and shortcomings put on full display without her even trying. What's worse for fake people is that a Sigma female doesn't just highlight what they lack. She also reminds them of what they could have been if they'd chosen honesty, effort, and introspection. She's proof that it's possible to live a life of purpose and integrity, but her presence forces them to face the hard truth. They've taken the easy way out. This is why fake individuals often react so strongly to Sigma females. It's not just jealousy, it's fear. Fear of being exposed, fear of being irrelevant, fear of facing their own failures. A Sigma female doesn't even need to confront them directly. Her very existence makes their facade crumble. If you're a Sigma female, understand that this isn't your burden. It's their reality. Keep living boldly, authentically, and unapologetically. Let them fear what they see in you, because what they really fear is the truth about themselves. Number 2, the fear of being irrelevant. For fake people, relevance is everything. Their entire identity revolves around being noticed, admired, or talked about. They thrive on external validation, whether it's through social media likes, gossip-fueled connections, or superficial charm. But then, a Sigma female enters the picture, and she's everything they're not. Sigma females carry a quiet, unshakable confidence. They don't need applause or attention to feel valued. Their sense of worth comes from within, built on authenticity, self-awareness, and purpose. And here's the kicker, they couldn't care less about impressing anyone. This terrifies fake people because it forces them to question their own relevance. When a Sigma female walks into a room, she doesn't announce her presence with over-the-top gestures or attention-seeking behavior. Yet people notice her, not because she's trying, but because her authenticity is magnetic. This leaves fake individuals scrambling. They've spent so much effort building their facade, yet they feel overshadowed by someone who doesn't even play their game. To fake people, irrelevance is their biggest nightmare. And being around a Sigma female magnifies that fear. Her refusal to participate in their popularity contests or stroke their egos makes them feel small and insignificant. It's not that she actively tries to make them feel this way. Her confidence simply highlights the emptiness of their performance. This is why fake individuals often lash out, spread rumors, or attempt to undermine Sigma females. It's a desperate attempt to regain control and mask their insecurities. But here's the truth. Relevance doesn't come from being seen or heard. It comes from being real. Sigma females don't fear irrelevance because they're not playing for the spotlight. They're living for their own truth. And that, more than anything, is what makes them truly unforgettable. Number 3, they threaten the mask. Fake people wear a mask, a carefully crafted facade designed to hide their insecurities, weaknesses, and true intentions. Their entire social strategy depends on that mask staying firmly in place. But then, along comes the Sigma female. Without even trying, her presence threatens everything they've worked so hard to conceal. Why? Because Sigma females are the complete opposite of what fake people represent. A Sigma female is authentic to her core. She doesn't need to put on an act, seek approval, or conform to anyone's expectations. Her confidence isn't loud or attention-seeking. It's quiet, self-assured, and deeply rooted in knowing who she is. This makes her presence powerful and dangerous to someone whose identity depends on pretense. Fake people thrive in environments where everyone plays along with their performance. They rely on others to believe in their mask, validate their lies, and overlook the cracks. But a Sigma female sees right through it. Not because she's trying to expose them, but because she has no tolerance for superficiality. Her grounded energy naturally highlights the inauthenticity of fake people, and they hate it. Being around a Sigma female makes them feel vulnerable, exposed, and insecure. She doesn't call them out directly. She doesn't need to. Her authenticity is like a mirror, forcing them to confront the parts of themselves they've been avoiding. It's not just uncomfortable for them, it's unbearable. This is why fake people lash out at Sigma females. They project their own insecurities onto her, blaming her for the discomfort she never intended to cause. But this isn't your problem, it's theirs. If you're a Sigma female, know that your authenticity is your greatest weapon. Keep being unapologetically yourself, and let the masks fall where they may. Number 4, she refuses to play victim or hero. Fake people love to manipulate situations by casting themselves in one of two roles, the victim or the hero. When they play the victim, they draw sympathy and attention, making others feel obligated to support or validate them. When they play the hero, they seek admiration and praise for solving problems, often ones they created in the first place. It's a calculated game designed to control how others see them and keep themselves at the center of attention. But a Sigma female doesn't fall for this. She refuses to participate in these narratives, no matter how skillfully they're spun. Fake people rely on others to either save them or applaud them, and a Sigma female does neither. If they try to bait her with victimhood, she sees through the manipulation and won't enable their behavior. If they attempt to flex as the hero, she won't hand them the validation they crave. This leaves fake people at a loss. Without someone to prop up their stories, their entire strategy falls apart. They can't play their usual games with a Sigma female because she doesn't give them the reaction they need to feel powerful. What's more, Sigma females live by a different code. They take full ownership of their lives, no victimhood, no false heroics. This self-reliance makes fake people feel exposed. Their tactics seem childish and transparent in comparison to the Sigma's grounded maturity. So when a Sigma female refuses to engage, it's not indifference, it's strength. By staying out of their manipulative narratives, she holds on to her power, leaving fake people scrambling for an audience. In the end, their games collapse without her participation, while she continues living life on her own terms. At number 5, they can't be bullied or intimidated. Fake people often resort to bullying, passive aggressiveness, or intimidation to control others. It's their way of asserting dominance, manipulating situations, and keeping people in line. They thrive on exploiting insecurities, knowing most people will either cave in or play along. But when they come across a Sigma female, their tactics hit a wall. Why? Because Sigma females are immune to intimidation. Their unshakable confidence isn't a show. It's deeply rooted in their self-awareness and independence. They know who they are, what they stand for, and most importantly, what they won't tolerate. Fake people rely on creating fear or discomfort to gain power. But when a Sigma female doesn't flinch, they're left powerless and frustrated. Sigma females don't respond to bullying the way fake people expect. They don't overreact, argue, or retaliate in kind. Instead, they maintain a calm, composed demeanor that speaks volumes without saying much at all. This unnerves fake individuals because it strips them of control. Their usual tactics, spreading rumors, making snide remarks, or trying to isolate someone, fall flat when their target refuses to engage. Even more infuriating for fake people is the fact that Sigma females don't just brush off bullying, they rise above it. Their calm confidence sends a clear message. You don't scare me, and your opinion doesn't matter. This level of self-assurance makes fake people feel small and insignificant, which is the very thing they fear most. Ultimately, Sigma females can't be bullied because they refuse to give power to those who thrive on manipulation. Their resilience is a quiet but powerful reminder that strength doesn't need to be loud. It simply needs to be unshakable. And nothing frustrates a fake person more than realizing they have no hold over someone like that. Number 6. They're masters of calling out subtle BS. Sigma. Females don't need to raise their voice or make a scene to expose fake behavior. They do it effortlessly with just a look, a comment, or a small gesture. It's almost like an art form. They can pinpoint the slightest inconsistencies or manipulations and subtly call them out without ever having to directly confront anyone. And this is exactly what fake people can't stand. While fake people thrive on drama, confrontation, and loud attention-grabbing tactics, a Sigma female's quiet ability to spot and expose dishonesty is far more effective. A single raised eyebrow, a well-timed remark, or an almost imperceptible shift in body language can cut through the pretense in a way that no verbal argument ever could. It's not about being overtly confrontational, it's about making it clear that their act is transparent and utterly irrelevant. For fake individuals, there's nothing more unsettling than being exposed without a word. It's like a mirror being held up to their facades, forcing them to confront their own fakeness, even when they try to hide it. This silent acknowledgement of their behavior is far more powerful than a direct confrontation, because it doesn't give them any room to defend themselves. It's simply a reminder that everyone around them sees right through them. Sigma females have a way of making fake people feel like they're the ones wearing the mask, not the other way around. Their ability to expose subtle BS without making a scene is a quiet form of power, one that leaves fake individuals scrambling, trying to figure out how to regain control, but they won't. The Sigma female has already won. Number 7. They are untouchable outsiders. Fake people thrive in groups. They depend on cliques, alliances, and the unspoken rules of groupthink to maintain their power. Their whole social strategy revolves around fitting in, controlling narratives, and manipulating others within the herd. But then there's the Sigma female, an untouchable outsider who doesn't play by any of those rules. And that, more than anything, infuriates fake people. Sigma females aren't interested in belonging to any clique or following the herd mentality. They don't need the validation of a group to feel important or powerful. Their independence is their greatest strength, and they embrace their outsider status. This isn't isolation out of insecurity or rejection. It's a conscious choice to exist outside the need for social approval. For fake people, this outsider status is a direct threat. They derive their sense of control from influencing others within their social circles. But Sigma females can't be controlled by peer pressure, social status, or groupthink. They don't get sucked into the drama, the alliances, or the back-and-forth power plays that fake people use to dominate. Their refusal to participate in these social games leaves fake people powerless and frustrated. When fake people try to manipulate or exclude a Sigma female, they only end up amplifying her independence. She's untouchable because she doesn't need their approval or their drama. She operates on her own terms, untouched by the petty power dynamics they depend on. This is what fake people can't stand. A Sigma female doesn't play their game, and that makes them feel irrelevant. She's immune to the social control they try to wield, and that's something they can never have. If you're a Sigma female, embrace your outsider status. It's your power. It makes you untouchable, unbothered, and free in a world where most are trapped in the game. At number 8, they can't be dismissed as loners. Fake people love to label anyone who refuses to play their games as weird, losers, or outsiders. They rely on these labels to diminish people who don't conform to their shallow standards and to make themselves feel superior. It's an easy way to maintain power over those who don't need validation from their cliques. But with a Sigma female, this strategy backfires. Sigma females are perfectly comfortable in their own company, and their solitude doesn't equate to weakness or social failure. In fact, their independence commands respect, not pity. Unlike fake people who thrive on collective validation, Sigma females don't need to be surrounded by others to feel seen or valued. They are self-sufficient, and their self-worth doesn't hinge on fitting into any mold or being part of any group. This drives fake people mad. They can't label a Sigma female as a loser because her solitude isn't a reflection of failure, it's a sign of strength. Fake people can't use their usual tactics of exclusion or mockery to undermine her because her presence is powerful even when she's alone. What makes it even more frustrating for fake people is that they can't pigeonhole a Sigma female into any role or stereotype. She refuses to fit their narrow definitions of social success. Her ability to stand firm in her authenticity, regardless of whether she's in a crowd or on her own, exposes the emptiness of their superficial tactics. So, when fake people try to dismiss Sigma females as loners, they only end up showing their own insecurity. Sigma females don't need to conform to earn respect. In fact, their ability to stand alone only elevates their power, leaving fake people frustrated, unable to touch what they can't control. Number 9. They can't be bribed with popularity. Fake people often use popularity as a tool for manipulation. They offer fake friendships, alliances, or promises of social perks in exchange for favors, loyalty, or influence. They thrive on leveraging the status of being in the circle to gain power, control, or attention. But when it comes to a Sigma female, these tactics fall flat. Sigma females couldn't care less about being liked or accepted by anyone, especially fake people. They're not interested in climbing social ladders or securing alliances with individuals who are more focused on maintaining their image than fostering genuine connections. To a Sigma female, popularity is just a distraction, not a measure of her value. This makes fake people's attempts to bribe or win them over utterly useless. They can't offer Sigma females what she already has: inner confidence and independence. No amount of social status or fake camaraderie will sway her because she's not motivated by the same superficial things. While fake people spend their energy crafting alliances to gain power or control, Sigma females operate in a completely different realm, untouched by the games they play. What frustrates fake people the most is that no matter how much they try to lure a Sigma female into their orbit with promises of popularity or social capital, she remains unbothered. She's not impressed by their social standings or empty gestures. To her, authenticity and integrity matter far more than belonging to any group or gaining anyone's approval. In the end, fake people can't bribe a Sigma female with what she doesn't need, leaving them powerless and scrambling for ways to regain control. And the Sigma female, she remains untouchable, confident in her own worth, regardless of who's trying to win her over. At number 10, they don't fake respect. Sigma females don't play the social games that fake people thrive on. They don't pretend to like someone or offer false respect just to keep the peace or fit in with social expectations. If they don't respect someone, they won't feign it. Their respect is earned through genuine actions, and they're never afraid to show when they feel someone isn't deserving of it. This trait is like a knife to fake people who are masters of superficial validation. They rely on offering and receiving insincere flattery as part of their social survival strategy. Compliments are traded, alliances are built on pretending, and respect is given out like currency to keep the narrative going. It's all part of their facade. But when a Sigma female refuses to play along and withholds respect if it's not earned, It exposes the emptiness of fake people's social exchanges. Fake individuals are often taken aback by the Sigma female's unwillingness to participate in their game of false pleasantries. They can't understand why she won't offer praise or affirmation unless it's truly deserved. This confronts them with a painful truth. Their reliance on empty social rituals and shallow niceties doesn't hold weight with someone who values authenticity above all else. By not pretending to respect others, Sigma females force fake people to face the consequences of their superficiality. They can't use flattery to manipulate or gain favor from someone who simply doesn't need to play the same game. And in a world built on appearances, that kind of honesty is a rare, powerful weapon that fake people can never wield. Number 11. They undermine ego-driven power plays. Fake people are obsessed with power dynamics. They spend their lives constantly jockeying for position, trying to outshine others, assert dominance, or play mind games to keep themselves at the top of the social ladder. It's all about ego for them, manipulating perceptions, competing for attention, and measuring success in status symbols. But when they encounter a Sigma female, their entire strategy crumbles. Sigma females operate outside of traditional power structures and social hierarchies. They don't care about who's winning or losing in the game of social dominance. They don't measure their worth by how many people admire them or how much influence they wield. For a Sigma female, the game of power plays and ego-driven competition is irrelevant. She simply doesn't participate. This lack of interest in status symbols or social games is what makes fake people's egos feel so vulnerable around Sigma females. All their attempts to manipulate, one-up, or show off are completely meaningless. They can't get a rise out of someone who doesn't need to play by their rules. A Sigma female doesn't see their ego-driven power plays as anything worth responding to, leaving fake individuals feeling small and unseen. What fake people don't realize is that their need to constantly compete or gain approval only exposes their insecurity. Sigma females don't need to prove themselves to anyone. They just are. They are above the petty power struggles that fake people rely on to feel important, and in doing so, they unintentionally strip the facade of significance away from their competitors. By existing outside the game, Sigma females render the competitive streak of fake people utterly meaningless. They don't need to engage in the drama to win. They've already mastered the art of true independence, which is far more powerful than any ego-driven move. In conclusion, in the end, fake people hate Sigma females because they are everything fake people can never be: authentic, independent, and self-assured. They don't need approval, don't play social games, and certainly don't pretend to be something they're not. Sigma females simply are, and that is the hardest thing for fake people to accept. Their entire world is built on appearances and manipulation, while Sigma females live in truth, answering to no one but themselves. So if you're a Sigma female, understand this. You're not just different, you're powerful. Your ability to stay true to yourself without needing validation or approval is a gift. It's a rare strength in a world that thrives on fakery. And it's something that fake people can't stand because it makes them feel exposed. But remember, their discomfort with you is a reflection of their own insecurities, not yours. Keep embracing who you are. Let them hate your honesty, your calm confidence, and your refusal to participate in their games. You don't need to fit into their narrow definitions of success, and you certainly don't need their approval. What you have is real, and that is the greatest power you can hold. You don't need to play by their rules. You create your own. And in a world full of facades, your authenticity is your superpower. Stay untouchable. Keep being unapologetically you. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Bye for now, and God bless.